This is a stone generator. I made it in a previous video. While it's really cool, and I learned a lot from making it, it's really slow. It takes a full 40 minutes to get one 12 by 12 by 13 block of stone. This is a better stone generator that I built on my realm. Instead of having a single source of stone, it has one source for each layer, and instead of using observers, it runs on a clock. This is my final version. It has one block source per row, not layer, not for the whole thing, per row. Now this will take about 21 seconds to fill up, and after doing the math, it generates about 1400 blocks per minute. But I could stack this higher if I really wanted to, and it could generate more. Let's turn it on and take a look. Oh, it's getting a little laggy. Maybe it's not a good idea to stack it higher than this. And there you have it. I am going to show you how to build this. First, we need to make our clock. So let's put a hopper here, crouch, put a hopper into that hopper, break this one, put this hopper into that hopper, get a comparator out each side, like so. Get a block coming out the other side. We don't need those anymore. We don't need this anymore. This goes here. This goes here. We're going to need a redstone dust. This goes here. Actually, quick, let's do this to make this easier for us. Knock this out. This goes here. This goes here. We're going to put a redstone block right here. And we're going to put in 5 of an item. Doesn't matter what item, it could be 5 of anything. Let's put in 5 scaffolding. Now, this is under ideal conditions. In my realm, there's a bit of a lag in some places, and I had to put in 8 items. If you have lag, and you might end up with some of your water sources turning into lava. So if you have trouble with that, you might want to add some more. But for now, this is what we have. 5 is the absolute minimum. I'm going to put this lever here so I can turn this off. And this is going to be our clock. Now this observer could be on any of these blocks, honestly. 1, 2, 3, 4, as long as it observes that there is a change. Now from here, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then one more here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to do the same thing this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then one more. And now this time I'm going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put, I don't need these levers anymore. I'm going to put a repeater right here. And this is going to go all the way, whoopsie. It's going to go all the way across here. I missed one. And another repeater right here. Now, if you're into circuitry and you want to color your circuitry, by all means, grab some glass. You don't, some stained glass. You don't have to use stained glass. I'm just going to use stained glass that is the same color as the terracotta. And I'm just going to build this up just like so. I'm actually going to put this right next to here to make this easier. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'll just skip ahead to the part where I've done the exact same thing on the other side. So now I've done it on both sides. We're going to switch up for the terracotta again. And I'm going to go right here and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I'm going to put dust all along here except for right there, and put a repeater right here like so. Alright, so we're going to put this here, and we're going to alternate between pistons and stone. You don't have to use stone blocks. I like to use stone blocks because it makes it easier for the people watching the videos to count the blocks that I have. So I use them by default. And this goes here, and we don't need that to extend there. We don't need this block here. This can go like this. I'm going to put a full line right here. This one can go here like this as well. Now, normally I would use stone block for this, but I personally think that it's a good idea to use obsidian so that when you're mining the stone, you don't accidentally break something you shouldn't. You don't have to use obsidian. If you have it, you should use it. I just think that it's a good idea. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to put this all along here, along the bottom, one full row. And then I'm going to place a gap where the stone's going to be coming out from. Right. And then you don't have to do what I'm about to do. I just think it makes it easier in case I place the water in the wrong place. And it prevents water from flowing all over the place while I'm making this. But here's where your water sources are going to be, in between the pistons. You're going to get another row of obsidian. And now we're going to place some... You don't have to place glass here. I like to place glass here because I just like being able to see. It helps me separate the layers visually. So put this here like so, over the water sources. Bring this out one more. Bring this back. And just so that it looks nice going down, I like to knock this one out. You don't really have to. I like it to line up with this redstone line right here. And now I'm going to knock that out. So now we have half of our first layer. Rather than try to count it out for you, I'm just going to turn this on so we can see exactly where this thing's going to end up. And I'm going to skip ahead to once it's there. Alright, so we've done that. I'm going to turn this back off again. And now we can see exactly where we need the other sources to be. So let's put an obsidian here at the end of each of these blocks. That's as far as they go. Put one here and one here and follow it all the way down. I guess I didn't really need that other one since I'm already here. What am I getting stuck on? Ah, yes. Put some stone down. Now you'll notice that I'm only going to do 5 on this one. I'm going to go in here, and 2 back, I'm going to place each of the pistons. It's easier to place the pistons first. You're going to have to break a few blocks in order to place them later if you don't do them first. Now we're going to get our water sources right here. This goes up like so. Put a block in between each of these pistons. This goes up again. This goes up again. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put blocks in between each of these pistons, or in front of each of these pistons, and put water sources in them. Now that we've done that, we're going to do the same thing we did before again. We're going to put glass over the water sources, and we're going to get ready to place our lava down. So we've placed our glass, and again, we're going to just place our lava down and knock out these blocks. And now we are going to put in the circuitry. And of course, every time we do this, we're going to lose this right here. Just make sure you put that back as you make this. I like having things color-coded. And right here, we're going to drag this all the way to here. This goes here. This goes here. And we bring this all the way across. And because I like this to match, I'm going to knock this out over on this side. So now we need to build this one layer up. So it doesn't matter really which of these sides you make the 6 and which you make the 5, but this is going to be powering 6 pistons on each row that there are pistons. And this one's going to be powering 5 on each row that there are pistons. So I'm going to place this down. And we're going to have an opening here, and that's 1 gap, 2 gaps, 3 gaps, 4 gaps, 5 gaps, and 6 gaps for the stone to come through. And we're going to need to put stone here. Put this down as well. I'm actually going to hold off on placing the obsidian down on the up above because that's just going to make this easier, placing these pistons. And again, basically the same thing I did before. You've seen this. Let's just skip ahead. So I put down the glass. Now that I've done all that, I'm going to put another layer of obsidian up here. And again, even though it's another layer up, I can just place this here, and it will connect just like so, like we've done already 2 times before. And of course, we're going to want a repeater here. So I've added the lava sources, and now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, except this side's going to have 5 rows. So we're going to put this right here for the whole line again. And this time we're going to put a block here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gaps. And we're going to do the same thing again. So let's just skip ahead to having done that. Now that we have the first 2 layers, we're actually going to skip a layer. I tried various configurations. I tried waterlogging blocks. I could not figure out a way to compact this the way I wanted to. So let's start on the lower levels right here. This is the side that has 6. And we're going to just run this across and just make a new platform. And just like before, going to have 6 gaps. And you pretty much know the drill from here. We're going to put the pistons down in the gaps. We're going to put some water sources, some lava blocks. Let's just skip ahead to having finished all that. Here's the part that's slightly different. I'm going to do this again. And you'll see that because we skipped a layer, this block no longer lines up like this one does with the block next to it. But it doesn't matter because that's how redstone works. And we just run our line across right here. So now we're going to do the same thing on this side. And then we're going to build it up more and more and more until we reach the top of the circuit, which is where the redstone signal will peter out. Now, if you really want to keep it going, it's not that hard. You can get this here, and like so. And you keep going. And there you have it. Keep doing the same thing over and over again. 6 and 5 on one side, go up. On the other axis, do 6 and 5 on each other side. And there you have it. We're just going to build up from here. Opposite of this, we're going to have another row that is 5 sources above this. And then above that level, we're going to have 5 on this side and then 6 on this side. We're going to skip another level and we're going to keep going until we reach the top. And so eventually, it'll look like this. And you already saw this work. So that's the video. No need to waste any more time. Again, you don't have to use the obsidian if you don't want to. I just think that's a good idea while you're mining, to not have to worry about accidentally breaking something that you don't want to break. My name is Exiled Senpai. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget you can find me live at twitch.tv/exiledsenpai. And if you like the content, please drop a follow and turn on notifications. It really, really helps support me.